I was not meant for warmth. From childhood's dim and fading hall, I walked apart from one and all. The laughter, ringing through the air, never once invited me there. The boys with sunlight in their eyes spoke of dreams beneath blue skies, but mine were stitched with ash and rain, a silent language born from pain. I've watched the world through distant glass as seasons changed and people passed. The trees would dance beneath the storm, yet I remained untouched by warmth. Even my mother's gentle hands could not quiet, understand. 5 shadows followed where I stood and turned all beauty into blood. I heard the river softly cry beneath the bruised and broken sky, and somehow, in its grieving tone, I knew I would grow old alone. The moon became my only friend, a silver witness to the end of every fragile thing I loved, like dying birds with wounded lungs. At night, I whispered to the rain, as though it understood my pain. The thunder answered from above with all the rage I could not speak of. There was a darkness in my chest that never gave my spirit rest. It sat beside me while I ate, and slept beside me every day. Others swore they smiled with grace, like heaven resting on their face. But mine would crack and disappear the moment someone ventured near. I tried to love. God knows I tried. I placed my soul with foolish pride into the trembling hands of those who swore they would never let me go. But hearts like mine are cursed to learn that warmth is not returned in turn. The more I loved, the more it seemed I frightened every fragile thing. One girl once held me in the dark and pressed her ear against my heart. She said, "Why does your silence sound like someone begging not to drown?" I could not answer. I just wept. Some grief is buried far too deep. Some wounds become a second skin. You cannot separate within. She left one winter afternoon. The world went cold. Flowers drooped. Even the mirrors in my room refused to hold my weary face. Since then I speak to empty chairs and leave my lights on everywhere, pretending someone still may come to save this hollow thing I have become. The walls have memorized my cries. The ceiling knows the 1,000 nights I spent awake till morning spread, felt less like life and more like death. I envy graves. At least the dead no longer carry aching head, no longer wake with tired eyes to mourn a life they never liked. There is misery inside my bones, freezing kingdom overgrown, with memories that rot and crawl like ivy climbing prison walls. The clocks continue without care. Dust gathers softly on the stairs. The photographs begin to fade, as though I never truly stayed. Sometimes I walk through crowded streets and hear the rhythm of happy feet, children laughing, lovers kissing, every joy that I am missing. I stand beneath the city lights, like some forgotten coast at night, invisible to passing souls who still believe this world is whole. No one sees the storm inside, the trembling shell I try to hide. No one hears the endless screams that haunts the corners of my sleep. I dream of oceans black as coal, of faceless figures without souls, of churches ringing empty bells across the gates of silent hells. And always there is a younger me, standing beneath a dead-end tree, asking heaven quietly, why was sadness given to me? But heaven never speaks a word. Only ravens can be heard. Only winter's breath remains, dragging sorrow through my veins. I have grown used to bitter nights, to broken stars and dying lights. Pain has become familiar ground, the only home that I have found. There are days I cannot rise. The grief sits heavy in my eyes. Every breathing feels like chains, pulling against my tired veins. I write my anguish into verses, because silence only makes it worse. Each line, another open scar, another wound beneath the star. If you should read these words one day, do not kneel beside my grave, do not pity what I became. Misery already knew my name. I was born beneath dark skies, with too much storm behind my eyes, and every year since youth has shone, I was not meant for warmth or home. Still, on nights when rain descends, I almost feel a ghostly hand rest softly on my shattered mind, like mercy searching for the blind. And for the one fleeting moment there, I think perhaps someone once cared. Perhaps my soul was not denied completely by this world outside. But dawn arise, the feeling dies, the empty room returns my cries, and once again I plainly see the loneliness that lives in me. So let the cold winds call my name, let sorrow carve me into flame, for misery has been my art, the oldest language of my heart. Thank you for watching. Keep watching my voice, the desert voice.